So we're going to make up a roti bread today. So it's my version of a roti bread. But what I would always do, when I say always, is once a week or a couple of times a month, I'd pick up a curry from a takeaway and I'd get a really good deal on the curry itself, but then I'd pay so much money on the bread. And I just thought, I'm making a saving on the curry, but spend a lot of money on the bread. Overall, it was just seemed to be a bit of a waste of money. So I started making my own bread. And so this bread recipe is really simple. It's just got 4 ingredients, and you can cook it in a normal pan. It's not been cooked in a special oven or anything like this. So it's going to be Mark's roti bread. Let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I've got 350 grams of flour here, and I'm just going to add 1 teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil. In a pestle and mortar, I've got some cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. So with a pestle and mortar, I'm just going to add that to my flour. So I've got 350 grams of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, and 2 teaspoons of vegetable oil. I've then got 150 mils of water, so we're just going to add enough water to make a dough. So I'll start off with 100 mils. So I'm going to another 50 mils, so that's 200 mils now. Once the flour starts to come together, you're going to get it into your clean bench. We're going to knead it. So kneading is just pushing the mixture against the table, and we just want to make the dough a little bit elastic. If it gets too sticky, you're just going to add a bit more flour. A bit more flour. I'm just going to push the mixture against the table. You're going to push quite hard. Once the dough's soft, we're going to leave it to rest in the fridge. Okay, so once the roti dough has been in the fridge for 2 hours, you'll see it's very elasticated. And now what we're going to do is we're going to roll the dough into flat discs. Okie dokie, so a little bit of flour on the table, so just have a clean table. I've put the pan on the heat already, so I've got a frying pan on the heat, and it's on a high heat because you want to the roti wants to go into a hot pan to enable the bread to blister. So we really want that blistering effect. So I'm just flipping the bread around. Lots of flour. I'm not fussy about the shape, more just about the thickness. Now, once you've got the dough to about a thickness of a 10-cent piece, or about 4 millimeters thickness, you can see the thickness. Okay, now I'm going to continue getting my pan hot, so I'm just going to leave this one here. I want to make sure the pan's very, very hot. Once the pan's very hot, I'm just going to plonk the bread into the pan. What we want is, within 2 minutes, we want the bread to start blistering. So you're just going to leave the bread in there, and when it starts blistering on one side, so when you start to get pockets, you're going to have to turn the bread over and cook on the other side. Now, got a little bit of melted butter here. You could put garlic into this. There's so many different flavours of roti bread and naan bread and various other breads, chapati, etc. So you can start to see the bread is blistering. So I'm going to leave it to blister a little bit more, and I'm going to turn the bread over. You can actually see what it's like on the other side. Flip it over, see? And now what will happen, it will start blistering on the other side. Now, what the blisters do is it helps to cook the inside. You can see that there's steam inside the bread, cooking the bread, and the more blistering, more steam going into the bread, making it lighter, and sort of almost giving it that characteristic of roti bread. Now remember, this is my version of roti bread. I'm not saying this is a classic Indian roti bread recipe. So that's Mark's recipe for roti bread. So just remember, next time you order a curry, now this is just going to be New Zealand prices. Now I've got a fantastic Indian takeaway very close to me, and they're absolutely incredible, and they charge $16 for curries, which is actually very, very cheap. But the average price of a curry and rice in Wellington is $20, about $19, $20. And if I order a bread, the bread is $5 or more. So a quarter of the price of that curry is just the bread. So if I'm ordering 4 portions, I'm spending $20 the price of a curry just for the bread. And really, when you think of the bread is just flour, water, oil and cumin seed. So it's actually quite cheap. It's literally time. Now, for me to make the dough and then cook the pieces, like the tortilla sized pieces of the bread, all in all, probably took about 20 minutes to do 4 portions. So 20 minutes to save yourself $20. So I think it's worth it in that though. And for me it's nicer because the bread is fresh, and when the bread is fresh, for those particular types of bread, they taste better. So I had some friends over for dinner last night, and I cooked those breads just before I served the curry. So I cooked them just before. Anywho, ready for the next recipe. We're going to be looking at lots of sweets that are going to be coming up. So I'm going to be doing, there is of course a video from my mum's famous strawberry freezer jam, but I'm going to have a few sweet recipes that are going to be coming up in future videos. I'll see you in the next video. Family Kitchen with Mark. See you next time.